Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dark Souls. So in the last episode we took out the Gaping Dragon, which was, oh my gosh, I lost like a few months off my life in that fight. It wasn't fun. So now the difficulty only gets higher, and for this one we're going to be going into Blighttown. But first of all we can talk to this guy.
I'm Dawn of Zena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade for them.
He talks really fast. I appreciate that. So, oh no, get away from me! I didn't think these guys could go on land. I thought they were like water only. That's why I took the time to talk to that peddler. Alright, we'll talk to this guy. I just want to look up what he sells because I kind of forget what he sells. But he does sell gold pine resin, which is nice. A really powerful buff. So they cost 1,000 each, which is a lot, but these are really good. He also sells crystal weapons, which are weapons that are powerful but degrade very quickly, and the armor of the wise, which costs a lot of souls, so I don't think he'll be purchasing that. Also a bottomless box, which allows you to like store stuff at bonfires if you need to do that. I've never found like a need though, because you can just put as much stuff in your inventory as you want, so it's really just for clearing out your inventory. Or for glitching the game, but I'm not going to go into that nor glitch the game. Okay, so let's go into Blighttown. And as far as I can remember, I almost never go into Blighttown this way, just because, as mentioned previously, Blighttown is not very fun. It's much more fun to not go into Blighttown, but we're going to be playing this game legit, in this playthrough anyway, so I'm doing everything, including the less fun way of doing Blighttown. But I don't think there's anything up here. But yeah, there should be a bonfire in Blighttown fairly soonish. Actually, it's not really that soon at all. It's going to take a good 3-4 minutes to get there, so hopefully we don't die before that bonfire happens, and if we do, I'm going to cry. I've mentioned, you know, possible situations that could cause me to cry a few times now, and I haven't cried yet, so I guess, you know, that shows that we're doing okay so far. So these guys kind of suck. I think they're called, like, undead Vikings or something. One easy way to deal with them is just to, like, knock them off the edge, but that's honestly easier said than done. You can also parry them, which I would do if I, you know... Oh, no. Oh, man. So one of the most common complaints about Blighttown is there are, like, all these guys who can, like, poison you, and toxic you, which is a stronger version of poison, drains your health, like, super fast, and there's all these annoying enemies, and it's all dank and gloomy, and it's hard to navigate. All of those are valid complaints, but none of those are really things that bother me about Blighttown. What bothers me about Blighttown is there are ledges. There are a lot of ledges. There are a lot of easy ways to fall in Blighttown, and if you fall in Blighttown, in the majority of it anyway, you're going to die. And I find myself falling a lot in Dark Souls. I don't know, I just don't have a good sense of balance, I guess, so... That probably won't be the first death from falling off of a ledge, is all I'm saying. So that's what I'm not looking forward to in Blighttown. But what am I looking forward to in Blighttown? Well, you know, to put a more positive note into this godforsaken place is, there is a really powerful pyromancy that we're going to pick up in Blighttown that I'll be making use of. So I'm looking forward to that. Pyromancy is called Power Within, and I honestly don't remember exactly where it is. So hopefully... You want to swing at me? I'm going to attempt to parry you, just to make people happy. Oh, I completely failed on the riposte. Yeah, okay, we get it. You're a scary freaking individual. There we go. So, you know, they're tanks. They have a ton of health. So it can take, you know, several parries or backstabs. If I knew how to backstab, I would undoubtedly do that, but I'm really bad when it comes to backstabbing, so... Oh no, we have another one coming, so we gotta get this fool dead. Dead. I rushed that, and I got a hit because I was trying to kill him as soon as possible so we didn't get swarmed by two of them, because that's how you die in Dark Souls, is you get swarmed by multiple enemies more often than not, so... Can I kick him? Nope, I can't. Well, you can kick him, it just doesn't affect him because he's too fat. He's got a few too many pounds. Oh, I'm failing with these parries. I don't know their attacks very well because I never parry these guys. So I'm also bad, but I didn't want to bring that up so early. Okay, take a swing at me. They're like giant baseball bats, are just freaking terrifying. I would love for him to fall off the edge, but it doesn't look like it's happening. Oh, it does look like it's happening, actually. There we go. So I used 3 out of my 5 Estus on the first 2 enemies of Blighttown, so we're just off to a wonderful start. Okay, so there are enemies all over the place. Some of them more terrifying than others. Oh, another of these fools. I was hoping not to run into another one of you so soon. Oh, crap. And some more of them noticed me as well. I saw some guys running in the distance, so we might have some company. Yeah, we got company. Oh, dear. Alright, so the smartest thing to do here is just to back off and be patient and be smart. I don't want to die near a clump of enemies, because I want to be able to get my humanity back if and when I do die. One thing we could do is just run past everyone, I guess, and just try that. These fat ones can't climb ladders, but the skinny, like, flesh-colored enemies, they can. So there's like a lot of ladders and stuff to climb and jump down. You're gonna be safe from the fat dudes doing that, but not the skinny guys. Alright, just take it slow. Stab from a distance. It's my specialty. One more stab and he's done. I just went for it and it worked. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now we get to run through Blighttown, the scary area that is full of stuff from nightmares. So these guys are pretty easy to kill, but much like the Naked Hollows, the danger with these fools is when they swarm you and overwhelm you. That's how you die versus them. They also have like kind of a grab attack, which is really easy to tell when it's coming, but if they hit you with it, they like latch onto your face and do almost your entire health bar worth of damage. So it's generally good not to be hit by that attack. We will get through this place, it just might take a while. I'm kind of tempted just to make a dash for it. Oh no, it started. The toxic guys. Alright, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to... Are they backing off? I wouldn't mind that. I'm going to try to Fireball. Now, Fireball isn't very powerful anymore. It's a pretty weak spell, but it's the only ranged attack I have right now. Alright, just back off. Don't do anything dumb. One more hit on that guy and he's dead, so... He's now dead. Easy as pie. Oh no, there's another one! How many of these guys are there? Oh my gosh, there's 4 now? I'm just gonna make a run for it. We're gonna run back to the ladder. Okay, now there's 1. 1 is more manageable than 4. Just is the laws of math. I was hoping one of those fools would like fall off the edge. There we go. Stab him. He's done. Oh, one of them did fall off the edge. Awesome. Okay, so we only have this guy. I kind of like to refer to them as fish guys. I don't really have a reason for doing that, because they don't look anything like aquatic life forms, but I imagine they'd probably smell really fishy in real life if they existed. Okay, dropped his spear. I guess that's fair. It's a fair trade-off for almost causing my death. I'm pretty surprised I lived through all that, because like these guys, you know, one-on-one, not bad. When they swarm you, holy cow, they're dangerous. kill you so easily. So he's going to do his jumping little hug attack. That one hurts. The rest of his attack's not so bad. Okay, there's also this little, you know, blow dart shooter over here. And this guy infects toxic, which is a really powerful version of poison, and it hurts like a mofo. So I'm glad we killed him. He won't respawn also if we die, which probably will happen. I tried to sound as depressed as possible when saying that, because that's really the only way to act in this area. Alright, it looks like, yeah, this is going to be the way to go here. This guy's on his lonesome. You know what happens when you're on your lonesome against me? You're not long for this world. I don't know who told him that was a smart idea. This place reminds me a lot of, like, the gutter in Dark Souls 2. And I know this came first, so I guess the gutter is more reminiscent of Blighttown than vice versa. But just because of all the platforms, just because of all the annoying enemies that swarm you, just because of all the general miserableness. What you doing hiding in a barrel? Oh, cool. We can just combo these fools to death. We don't even have to mess around with them at all. Okay, so I want to get down lower, because lower is where the bonfire is. We're actually very close to the bonfire. It's right down there-ish. I just don't know how to get to it. Yeah, we can even see the bonfire. It's right below us. And there's a ladder right there. Oh, it's all coming together now. I'm starting to remember things. It's pretty wonderful. Okay, so here's the bonfire in Blighttown. So that is just wonderful. So we might die, but if we die, we will spawn relatively close to our crap. And I like that. I like the sound of that. That's just a good thing. Okay, so now we have to get, we have two missions. One is to get to the second bonfire in Blighttown. The second is to get the pyromancy power within. We're pretty close to the pyromancy. We're not really all that close to the second bonfire, but we'll get there in time. You guys just chill? Can you just chill, please? I mean, they are hot dogs. I think that's what these enemies are actually called, is hot dogs. Because, you know, oh my gosh, they attack so fast. I'm going to take a death here, most likely. Because I just can't keep up with how fast they attack. I can't get a hit in myself. Alright, I'm trying to walk backwards and not fall. It's much more difficult than it sounds. Alright. Yeah, they just attack too quickly. I can't get a hit in. Okay, so I don't know how to deal with those dogs, honestly, because they just move too fast, and my weapon is too slow to hit them. But we'll have to find a way. So I went back to the bonfire because I knew I was going to die, and I just wanted to die near the bonfire if I was going to die. And that way, we can just pick up our souls in humanity really easily, which is great. So hopefully the hot dogs notice me. One of them did. Okay, perfect. We want them one-on-one, because if we have to deal with the most annoying enemies of all time, you want to deal with them one at a time, not two at once. There we go. Okay, so you just wait for them to hit and then retaliate. That's how it works. Usually I look for like a solution for how to get through an area in Dark Souls that seems like really hard, and the solution is almost always just take it slow and be patient. Like, it's almost always what ends up getting me through like difficult spots. So ha, you're trapped. You can try, guy, but you can't get through a torch. It's just too much of a struggle. Alright, so what we need to do is, for one, killing that toxic blow dart guy that's constantly shooting blow darts at us. It would be a real nice thing. But we have to climb up, because upwards is salvation. Well, actually, it has more to do with, okay, what's coming after us? I hear you. I can smell you. I'm just gonna jump down here. If something horrible happens, so be it. Nothing horrible has happened up to this point. Alright, that's where we need to go. That disgusting looking abomination. Yeah, we have to go kill that thing. I'm just a little bit unsure on how exactly you do that. How exactly would you do such a thing? Getting over there is really the struggle here right now. Because, you know, this whole place is just a maze. Yeah, there's definitely enemies above. I'm not 100% clear on how to get to them. Let's check over here, behind the bonfire. I think there's a good chance there's maybe a ladder involved. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, so yeah, our path to freedom is in this direction. We'll jump down here. I think we're just gonna go downwards because upwards isn't really a thing right now. So we'll try down instead. That's the other way you can go. Can I get a ladder? There we go. There's a ladder right here. Not necessarily to use the ladder, just to, you know, as an indication that you can move downwards in that direction. Hey! Chill out. This area is just terrifying because you can hear enemies all around. You just can't necessarily see them. Oh no, there's another one coming for me. Oh, there's two of them. Run! Pretend like I'm not part of this at all. Oh, cool. I'm not sure how, but the toxic blow dart guy died because you always get purple moss clumps for killing those fools. So, however he died, I have no idea, but I'll take it. There we go. Okay, they're dead. So we can go back from whence we came. This is actually the way to get out. That is the way to remove yourself from the upper levels of Blighttown. But we're not done here. Alright, so we're going to fetch this power within pyromancy before we actually move into lower Blighttown. And how you do that is you have to kill this massive slug thing, which just wrecked my day, man. So this slug thing that you have to kill is actually like really, really unaggressive, and it rarely even tries to hit you. But occasionally, as we just discovered, it does. Alright, so all that crap we did to clear out all the enemies, it all has to be done again. And luckily, from this bonfire to get down to the second Blighttown bonfire, it's not really entirely unreasonable. It's a fairly not difficult feat in order to do that. So we'll just... Oh, he's going to breathe fire. Okay, I thought he was going to go for the shield like he normally does. Oh, nice! The reach on this sword just destroyed the hot dogs. Which I like to see. Alright, so don't get discouraged. Kill the fish guys one by one. And we'll give another shot to that, that giant slug monster. I don't even know what it's called. There's only one of them in the game, so it's not like they have really a name. There we go. One left. I'm going to try not to get toxic as well, because that would really suck, because that blow dart guy is like just going for it right now. He's trying to toxic us as best as he possibly can. So I wonder if there's like a better place to stand in order to get a clear shot at the slug monster. I'm gonna try to squeeze in another magic weapon here and almost get stabbed in the back. Oh no, you don't. I've had them do that face grab attack before. Like, it hurts so bad, so it's really better to avoid that if at all possible. I just saw someone fall. I don't think he died though. Usually falling in Blighttown leads to death, but not always. There we go. Just jump on them from up above. That's their weakness. Okay, cool. So all the fish guys in this area are dead. Let's give another attempt at possibly fireballing this thing to death. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to be like knocked off the edge again. I'm not even really hitting it though. I don't think it's hitting at all. There is a way to, like, get behind this thing as well. Am I doing damage? I can't tell. We're gonna have to get in there with the sword. No! I fell again! I can't believe it! This is Blighttown, folks. This is Blighttown. Well, actually, this isn't Blighttown. If you just run through Blighttown, we could make it to the second bonfire easily, but I have to get this stupid pyromancy because it makes the build so much better, but you have to go through hell in order to get it. You know, honestly, I'll be back once I have it. Enough of this silliness. Alright, finally found our way. We're going to kill this thing. At long last. Took forever to find out how to actually get here because it's been a while. So hopefully these fireballs are hitting. I can't really tell what his health is at the moment, and if worse comes to it, we can always just stab him with our sword as well. Maybe these aren't hitting at all. Maybe they aren't doing any damage. Like, I'm pretty sure you can hit him in the butt here and it kills him, but maybe not. The one thing I do know is you can get, like, wedged in between here, and if that happens, it really hurts. So there we go. Okay, he's dead. Finally. So I guess the pyromancy spells were doing damage, just not very much of it. So we can now pick up this Power Within, and this spell just pretty much, like, makes this build work. It makes a lot of builds work, but it is a huge damage buff. It also drains your health, but the thing is, if you use an unupgraded pyromancy glove like we're using right now, it doesn't drain your health by very much. So using the Power Within, like, over about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds, if you use a ring that we're going to use to make it last longer, it only drains your health by, like, you know, an Estus flask plus 2 or 3, like an highly upgraded Estus flask. So you'll have to, like, drink an extra Estus flask. Wow, words are hard. You'll have to drink an extra Estus flask during, like, any given boss fight, but you do a lot more damage, so it's totally worth it. So now we'll be fighting some of these Craig spiders, and it's not Craig, it's Craig. But yeah, anyway, we'll be killing them. They're pretty easy to deal with. So they're like the predominant enemy instead of the fish guys for the second half of Blighttown, which is nice. It's nice to have a change. So even though they're still kind of nasty enemies, the only thing that really sucks about them is if they catch you with their fire, then that hurts. But if you can avoid that, you're fine. Alright, we'll kill another of these blow dart sniper guys. They really don't do too much damage, so I'm not too worried about them. We can pick up the Wanderer set here. So one interesting thing is every single set for all the starting classes in game, like what, I started as a Pyromancer, right? So I start with the Pyromancy set. But there's a bunch of other classes, like, you know, Cleric, Wanderer, Rogue, you know, Knight, I think Warrior is one. There's a bunch of other ones, right? You can get the gear for all those classes. It's just in various places. There's another one that I didn't pick up in the arena where you fought the dragon. I don't know why I'm blanking out his name. We just fought him last episode, but the dragon guy, right? There's one of the starting class sets is in that arena. I decided not to pick it up because, I don't know, I just don't really need it. It kind of spams the inventory if you pick up a bunch of stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the first half of Blighttown. So we can go ahead and light this bonfire here. And rest. Now, there is some stuff that you can do in Blighttown. The first thing we're probably going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to level up, spend some souls. We can get 2 levels up to 19, and we're level 30 overall, which is awesome. Oh yeah, I also want to attune my magic, and we're going to get rid of Fireball, which kind of sucks, but we're now going to have Power Within, which is kind of awesome. And what I'm going to do as set off for here is we're going to try... Ow! That's what happens when you get hit by their attacks. It hurts. But we're going to go ahead and try to get our 3rd Firekeeper Soul this playthrough already, which is pretty awesome. So we'll be able to upgrade to an Estus Flask plus 3, because there is a Firekeeper Soul in Blighttown. We just got poisoned. But look at our poison resistance. Our poison resistance is awesome. It takes a long time to get poisoned. If you had no humanity and no armor, you get poisoned in like a second. But it takes us a long time to get poisoned because we have that humanity, and it builds up a nice resistance to it. So this is also the alternative route into Blighttown if you started off with the Master Key. Or you can also go in this way if you decide to do the New Londo Ruins area first and you open up the New Londo Ruins. You can actually go in this route in Blighttown, which is nice because you don't have to deal with the fish guys and you don't have to deal with nearly as many platforms. So it's just a lot better that way, in my opinion. And that's typically how I decide to deal with Blighttown, but I wanted to do all of Blighttown instead of just half of it this way, which is nice for a change just because even though Blighttown's annoying, even though there's a lot of ledges, I don't see this, well, the half of Blighttown that we're already done with, thankfully, by now. I don't see it very often, so it's nice to shake things up like a Polaroid picture. I think this is where we're supposed to go. I could be wrong, but I am wrong. This is not where we're supposed to go. Okay, so we go up like another level or two, and then we'll be able to go after the third Firekeeper Soul, which I'm pretty excited for, but we will have to face more hot dogs, which I'm not excited for. Now, there is a little trick here. If you had picked up dung pies, which we do have a couple of dung pies. Oh, these stupid flies, man. These stupid flies. They're so hard to hit. Their hitboxes are like minuscule. You have to hit them perfectly in order to do damage to them. And they can follow you anywhere because they can fly, obviously. So what you want to do here is you want to toxic yourself. And it sounds really dumb, but if you have dung pies... Well, I can't toxic myself, actually, because I don't have enough. But if you had more dung pies, you could toxic yourself. And the reason why you want to do that is the toxic from the dung pies does significantly less damage than the toxic from the blow dart snipers. Like, the blow dart snipers destroy you. The dung pies, they're not that bad. So it can be smart to toxic yourself, and then you have, like, you see how slow the poison is draining my health? The toxic from the dung pies is kind of like that. But the toxic from these blow dart snipers just eats into your health so quickly. So that's why I'd rather avoid that. But whatever. Okay, so the toxic meter has gone down, so we can proceed. Dude, chill. And these guys build up your toxic meter so fast. I don't know why I'm even messing with this poison. We could just use a purple moss clump. Kind of late, but better late than never. Alright, so now we'll no longer... So there's a lot of blow dart snipers here, right? So what we want to do is just run through here with our shield up. And we can take out most of the blow dart snipers, and hopefully the last guy that we can't actually take out because we don't have a ranged attack right now. Damn it, we're toxic. There was not a way to deal with that because these guys, every time they hit you, it cancels your attack animation. So, and as you can see, our health is going to be draining really fast. Now there is some of this moss that heals you from the toxic. Oh my gosh. I'm really trying to live through this, but every single time I press the attack button, I get hit with another little dart, and the attack animation cancels. So it gets really frustrating after a while, as you might imagine. There we go. Okay, so we take out that fool. Just let me drink an Estus, please. Sir? Can you please stop shooting darts at me? Oh, we fell. Okay, so this is just gonna do it, probably. I got the Firekeeper Soul, but I'm gonna die. So, the bad thing about that is I just lost 6 humanity, probably. Going up here is just suicide. There's too many blow dart snipers. They stun you every single time they hit you. Which is partially my fault. I'm wearing crappy armor that doesn't have very good poise, which means I get stunned very easily. So we could go back up there, I guess, and try to rescue that humanity, but I think I'd rather not, honestly. It sucks to lose 6 humanity. It kind of sucks a lot, but once we get the ability to warp between bonfires, we can go back to the depths anytime and farm some humanity off of the rats. And by that time, I'll probably have like much better armor and weapons too. So I think I'll just hold off till then, and we'll just go for the boss right now. But I'm gonna burn like even more humanity. Like, what is this man doing? He's insane. He's burning humanity left and right. Well, there's an NPC who invades you in this arena, or in this area, if you are human. So I think I kind of want to have that happen, and I also want to kindle the bonfire so we get 10 Estus. The boss in this area is not very hard. She's definitely a lot easier than the Gaping Dragon, and we got the Gaping Dragon's second attempt without a summon. But the thing is, the boss for this area has like really high, insanely high defense. So I'm just like even higher than the Gaping Dragons. So I'm a little bit worried that my weapon just is not going to even be able to damage her at all. Or, you know, very little anyway. I don't know if it's even possible to not be able to damage an enemy, but that's why I'd rather summon the NPC to fight this boss. So I'll summon an NPC for the first time, just because I'm kind of worried that my weapon just won't even like make a difference on the boss's health, because her defense is that high. It's a little bit ridiculous. Alright, so this is the boss for this area, Maneater Mildred, and if we kill Maneater Mildred, we can summon her for the boss, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to be doing that. And also, Maneater Mildred has really low poise, so you can just stab her over and over. As long as you don't get blocked by her shield. There we go. Alright, Maneater Mildred is dead. That was that. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Very, very easy NPC to kill, and honestly all the NPC invaders in this game are very easy to kill. It's not like Dark Souls 2 where they're actually challenging, or some of them are in Dark Souls 2 anyway. Like the Dark Souls 2 DLC had a couple NPC invaders, or one NPC invader in particular who I found harder than any boss at all in the entire game. Like, he was ridiculous. But we'll get to that later. Oh no, I'm poisoned. I almost reached the island without getting poisoned, but it happened. So a lot of these islands do have stuff on them, like large Titanite shards and items like that. So it might be worth grabbing some of that stuff. I'm just going to make a beeline for the boss, though, and we'll worry about all that later. So a lot of these like ogre dudes are going to go ham with their boulders. I'm just going to run past all that nonsense, because there's like 3 of them that try to gank you all at once. So if you stand and fight, you're going to have boulders hurling at you while you're trying to kill one of the boulder dudes. And I just, you know, that's a little bit too much stress. I would rather not deal with that. So let's just go ahead and fight the boss. And there was a summon sign right there that disappeared, but that would be another human, and I'm not going to be fighting, or I'm not going to be summoning any humans in this playthrough. So we'll summon Maneater Mildred, because we can do that. And then I'll use my Power Within and Magic Weapon as soon as we get into the boss arena. So Maneater Mildred is just kind of a tank. I don't think she's ever died in this fight, and I have done this fight many times with like low damage weapons where it just takes forever. She's also, you know, got some pounds on her, but, you know, that's okay. As long as she can take some punishment from the boss, you know, that's all we're asking of her right now. Alright, so I'm going to buff up. And I'm also going to use my Power Within. Now, the Power Within will drain my health, but it'll give me extra damage. So I'm a fan. I think it also took away my magic weapon. Oh. I wasn't really aware that that would happen. So I guess you can't use the 2 buffs together. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess you can't. So we'll just wait for Power Within to wear off, I guess, and then rebuff up our weapon. Maneater Mildred. I was like lauding her as being this tank that just was unkillable, and the boss is like doing a number on her. So maybe I spoke too soon. She's already like almost half HP. What's going on, Maneater Mildred? I thought you could take this. Maneater Mildred also doesn't hit the boss very often, but when she does a pretty good amount of damage. Like, she's doing more than I am, that's for sure. Alright, we need to S this up. So Power Within is definitely draining my health. That's for sure. 123 damage with a stab, that's not bad. Like, you know, a lot of these bosses, they just don't take very much damage, which is fine. Alright, I'm just gonna let Mildred get some hits in. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I stepped in the lava too. That hurt as well. Okay, go after Mildred. Go after Mildred. Not me. I'm not Mildred. I'm not Mildred! There we go. My health was getting a little bit low, so I got worried there for a second. Oh, I stepped in the lava like a doofus. Wow. The spider's breathing lava at the wall. I guess she thinks that's productive in some way. I don't really fully understand it. Alright, Power Within wore off. So it looks like we're doing like 40 to 50% more damage with Power Within than without, because I was hitting like 123 with it and 88 without it, so. Power Within is definitely more strong than Magic Weapon, I can tell you that, but we'll get a better magical buff for our sword later on. I guess you can't use the two in conjunction. I thought you could, but maybe you can't. Oh, Mildred's dead. So we're going to have to do this solo, the way it should be. Me and Quelaag. And that is how you pronounce her name. Which roughly translates in English to, what? Lag? And lag is a very prevalent thing in Dark Souls 2, so I can kind of see where they're coming from in there. Or Dark Souls 1, I mean. I have Dark Souls 2 on the brain, which isn't a bad thing to have on the brain. So, the annoying thing with fighting this boss without Mildred, and that's, like, legitimately the first time Mildred has ever died on this boss fight for me, so she must have just, like, stood in the lava and tried to tank it like a champ. Like, I appreciate your bravery, Mildred, but that's not what we need from you. Alright, just wait for the spider to spit lava. Am I doing more damage without my magic weapon than with? Maybe that was just a counter or something. Because if that's true, I'm really disappointed. Alright, back off. So this lava stuff hurts if you step in it, like, quite a bit, as you might imagine. Ah, no! I didn't want to show that off. No way. Alright, let's just heal up, take things slow. This is another one of those fights, is just, if you drag it out and just stay really cautious behind your shield and tank a lot of hits, you'll be fine. Somehow my sword missed even when trying to stab at point blank range. Like, just a couple more hits and we're done, you know? So just don't choke is the name of the game right now. Alright. I want the spider to spit lava, and then I can jump back and heal, or Quelaag can do her thing. There we go. Alright, Quelaag's dead. So this is like the second bell boss, if you want to call it that, because the boss is guarding a bell. It's a really lame name. We're working on it. But that wasn't too bad. Even though Manager Mildred died, like, that fight is so much easier with Mildred. We had to do the ending without her, and it still wasn't that bad. So now we ring the Bell of Awesome. I think it's technically called the Bell of Awakening, but we get another sick cutscene here, so yeah. Everything is happening. That fortress that we saw earlier, it's kind of like, you know, some foreshadowing going on. Well, that fortress is now going to be open. So we'll have to go back to Undead Parish, which is a bit of a trek from here, but we can make it. And yeah, what's coming up next is going to be Sen's Fortress. Fun stuff. A lot of people hate Sen's Fortress. Myself, I'm not a... It's not one of my favorite areas in the game, but like I don't mind it that much. It's a lot better than some other areas, that's for sure. There's also a secret wall here. This is probably the most commonly known about secret wall in the game. Like, everyone I know who plays Dark Souls knows that there's a secret wall there. So we can tell this guy we're a new servant, and he'll let us in. After he takes like 47 years to move out the way. Move, Eggman, get out the way. So now we can use this bonfire, which is awesome. And also, this is Quelaag's sister, Quelana. We can't actually talk to her because she doesn't speak English, but there's like, I think there's like a secret ring that you can get somewhere in the game. I'm not sure what it's called, and I don't know how to get it, but there is an item that allows you to talk to Quelana, and I believe it's a ring. So that probably won't be happening. But anyway, it's time to make the long trek back to Sen's Fortress. And on my way back, I may do some farming. I may kill some dudes to try to get some large Titanite shards. Because to upgrade my weapon to +10, I'm going to need some large Titanite shards in order to do that. So I may spend some time grinding. But yeah, we'll find out next time when I meet up with y'all at the Undead Parish, and we'll start our trek into Sen's Funhouse. It should be a grand old time. So yeah, see y'all then. Have a good one.